So, how do you get ready to play a god?
Well, this one, it's different for me because I'm used to doing films, which there's a whole script that was written. I had the original scene when I found out about it. I did not read the book. I originally was planning to not read the book. Now I have read the book. I already basically knew what was going on anyhow. It's a beautiful book. I'm glad to be a part of it. But the opening scene that I had was extremely well written, and it really informed me a lot for what I was going to do. Although it is a little confusing because it's changed, and I'm used to kind of figuring everything out in advance. But I mean, I know what the whole story is, but I don't know all the dialogue or how it's going to be approached. So it takes some figuring out as we're going along, which is good challenge.
If you were to play any of the other characters, which god would you want to be?
I'm glad I'm Mr. World. I think it's appropriate. Yeah.
And then, what was your favorite story growing up as a kid?
Favorite story? Well, when I was a kid, I read a fair amount of Ray Bradbury when I was a kid. I read Kurt Vonnegut. Who else did I read when I was a kid? I even read Day of the Locusts. I read that when I was 14 for school, interestingly. Still, that's one of my very favorite books, a lot because as I was growing up and I was reflecting back on the book, I realized how pertinent it was to my life. It's the best book I've ever read about Los Angeles. I don't know if you know the story. It was written in 1933 by Nathaniel West, and he was writing screenplays in Los Angeles, and he captures something about Los Angeles that is still true to this day. In fact, the end of the book is on a red carpet event, and it's about the burning of Los Angeles.
Well, let's hope the rain keeps the fire away.
Yeah. But that's a great book. I recommend it. But so is American Gods.
So, how would you describe Mr. World's powers?
Well, you know, of course, the book works in metaphors, and I hesitate to say too much.
We want to be low key about this.
Yeah, that's true. We do. But even regardless of that, you know, any kind of plot spoiler, so to speak, I don't know that it's good for me to say too much about Mr. World.
We want to play coy. Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, in terms of what is being represented, I think that's a kind of a fun for people to be thinking about and figuring out.
I'm going to let you go so you can do the live stream.
Okay, great. All right, good to meet you. Thank you very much.